This is a video Brandon put out on September 2nd. And it's his millionaire morning routine and how he sorts out his day.
So a lot of people...
And I'm going to talk about it right now, okay? Take a look here. All right. And I'm going to break this down and kind of explain things. And then I'm going to go into detail breaking down exactly why Brandon Carter is absolutely an elite alpha male and what you can do about it if you want to copy him. Because, again, this guy is like just like a monster, bro. Like, I came back after me, two people I met that really made me want to change my life. And I know I'm going to say this first, and I know everybody wants to say it because everybody fucking loves it. But, you know, after I met Justin Waller again and had a serious sit down talk with him in when was I in Miami last? Was it June? I was in Miami so many times this fucking year. When was I in Miami last time? I think it was June. Let me just double check real quick. Oh yeah, the CME. No, May. End of May. Yeah, I was in there for this. That's right, the CME. I'm fucking Mr. Globetrotter, baby. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, okay, it was yeah, and I'm all over the place. Okay, did I meet Richard Hart? No, I didn't. Anyways, so yeah, I was down there and I met Justin Waller, and talking to Justin really like gave me a new perspective on life too, because Justin's a great guy. He really is a great guy. And then Brandon also is fucking serious goddamn gangster, bro. Serious fucking G. Let's watch this man in 4K. Take a look.
So a lot of people have been asking me about the morning routine I've used to become a D-list celebrity and multi-millionaire. Morning routines have been a critical part of my success because it's allowed me to have some structure in every day. That structure allows me to have more predictable outcomes.
And I want to talk about that, right? Because here's the deal. You have to understand that life, and the number one thing that's probably holding you guys back is a lack of attention and a lack of discipline. Because in this world's attention economy, right, everybody is consistently fighting for your attention. Instagram is fighting for your attention. Facebook is fighting for your attention. Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, right? They literally have a team of psychologists and social engineers that fucking engineer their products to be addictive. The iPhone as well. The iPhone is engineered to make it addictive. Okay? Everybody is pulling you in every which way. Right now, I'm working with the high-income alpha guys, and I told them it's not about adding more to your life. It's about stripping away. Okay? Oh, King Life. Oh, that was you. King Life in the chat says, MLD is hilarious. I gave him a donut, and he was worried about the calories. You the man, MLD. It's true. It's true. It's true. Hey, he pulled out this huge donut with like glazed sugar and bacon bits all over it. And I looked at it. I was like, bruh, I can't eat that. Do I want to eat that? Yes. Can I eat that? No. Oh, man, that's great. Good to have you in here, King Life. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah, that was in May. But going back to my original statement here with Brandon. So what he's talking about having structure is absolutely true, right? You got to fucking strip away all of the distractions in life, okay? Because the thing is, we all have a finite amount of time in this life before we die eternally and perish into everlasting blackness, okay? Because that's going to happen to every single one of you. So in order to get the life you want, you have to trade your time for actions that are going to get you what you want. If you want money, then you have to trade your time to either study how to get money or doing actions that make you money. The lowest level action you could do for making money, trading time for money, because trading time for money is a poor man's hustle. And that is the worst thing you could do. The worst thing. because you have a low ceiling to your earnings because you have finite time. Therefore, you have finite money. Okay? So, it's all about having structure and discipline and leading a life that is organized, pristine, and maximized to get you what you want, right? Brandon had a poll on his fucking Instagram saying, do you use Google Calendar, right? And I voted no. He's like, do you use Google Calendar to plan your time out? And he wrote no. I wrote no. And keep in mind, he has like 900,000 subscribers on Instagram. He DM'd me after that, and he's like, you must be fucking playing. I was like, shit. I felt bad. I was like, fuck. And so now I'm using Google Calendar. Oh, man. You know? But again, there's levels to this game, right? If you ever meet a billionaire and look at them, they have their day scheduled out to fucking like 15 minutes at a time. Because a lot of people, the average person wastes a lot of time and wastes a lot of money. And then they always say this, well, I don't have any time. Oh, I don't have any money. No, you have time and you have money. You're just mismanaging it grossly. Let's go back to the video. Listen to what this man's saying.
And the outcomes that I wanted to achieve were balling, shot calling, and flexing on the haters. And over the last few years, if not the whole decade, if you've been watching me on YouTube, I've done that with a staggering degree of success. And the morning routine has been a huge part of that. So here's how it starts. My morning starts at 4:30 a.m. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter when I went to sleep. The plan is always to go to sleep around 9:30 or 10, but no matter when I go to sleep, I wake up at 4:30. I don't give myself leeway. If I wake up and I'm tired because I didn't go to sleep early enough, I say to myself, well, it's the bed you made, bitch. And now you're gonna have to deal with it. You're just gonna be tired, you fucking bitch. So I take my bitch ass out of bed and I walk to my alarm, which is stuffed into my robe. See, this is all strategic. The key to waking up early is to set it up the night before. So the night before, my alarm is set and it's far enough away from my bed where I must get up out of bed to turn it off. We've all had that experience where we slept with our phone next to our bed and we turn off the alarm and fall right back asleep. I know you all been there. That's one of the many reasons I'm significantly more wealthy than you. I turn off the alarm and then I put the robe on. The reason I have to put the
Isn't that pimping as fuck? By the way, we both have the same Versace robe. I'm not saying he copied me or I copied him, but I just want to say greatness recognizes greatness. That's all I'm just trying to say, okay?
robe on.
And you see how he takes accountability? It's like, this is the fucking bed you made, bitch. So fucking sleep in it. What is that? Absolute, irrefutable accountability. Accountability to himself. If you can have high levels of self-accountability, bruh, you won. You've absolutely won. Oh, and by the way, put a 1 in the chat if you've been watching from the very beginning. From the very beginning of this stream until now, put a 1. Because that thing's going to tell you that's exactly where you're going to be in life. Numero uno, baby. Number 1. Good. Shout out to A Boogie. That guy's a real winner. Oh, Ariel, what's up? Good to see you in here, buddy. Elliot, good to see you. Jason, good to see you. Sergio, as always. As always. Here we go.
Because my room is freezing. That's a pro tip. If you want to sleep better, make your room as cold as possible. So I put my robe on, put my slides on, and then I immediately walk out the room. This is critical. Once I leave my bedroom, the very first thing I do is go out on my balcony, take a photograph of the Atlantic Ocean, post it to Instagram with the timestamp. This is very important. This is critical. I put the timestamp on there So the motherfucking haters in the competition know that they've been losing for hours. These motherfuckers are waking up at 6, 7, 8, thinking they're competing with me. I want them to know that they've been losing in their sleep. They can't even keep up. They're already hours and hours behind. I want them to have to sit with that and understand, fuck, Brandon's beating me again. And that's how I like to start my day. Now, at this point, I'm still barely conscious. I walk to my kitchen and I drink the pre-workout that I made the night before. This is critical. You gotta prepare it the night before, because remember, I'm really sleepy. I'm mixing it with BCAAs because I wanna mitigate muscle loss when working out on an empty stomach. So after I drink that, I immediately sit down and I write my goals down.
I want to show you something real quick.
I'm mixing it. So after
See this thing right here on the back of his right tricep? I noticed it in his Instagram stories, and we were chatting back and forth, and I was like, is that a glucose monitor on the back of your right tricep? He was like, yeah, man, I'm a little crazy. I'm a little extreme. And I was like, bruh, you don't have to talk to me like I'm some fucking normie conforming moron. That's levels of fucking intense discipline, intense data analysis, and intense success. Okay? He wore a glucose monitor on the back of his right tricep for a month. And when we were talking during dinner, we were talking about it. And because everybody wants to talk all this shit about Coke Zero and Diet Coke spiking your glucose levels. I was like, when you drank Coke Zero, when you drank Diet Coke, did that ever spike your glucose? He's like, not even once. Not even once. He said, and he was on the ketogenic diet, right? And his glucose level were so stable because he basically takes he takes no sugar in. He doesn't have sugar at all in his diet. The glucose monitor started to give him an error saying like, yo, are you fucking alive? Are you dead? Like, are you sleeping? Like what, like the monitor was having like, it was getting no fluctuating data. So it was kind of like wondering if he was alive or something along those lines. Okay. There's a super levels to success, man. That's why this guy's a serious fucking gangster.
after I drink that, I immediately sit down and I write my goals down. And I do that for a few reasons, but before I tell you why I do that, make sure you hit the like button. I used to write my goals down in just a notebook or on paper, but now I'm super rich and I feel poor using notebook paper when I can use the iPad mini. I bought it just for that reason. So I write my goals down, visualize it, and I do something that a lot of people may not tell you about. I'll go over something I call the list of hate. These are all the people who've crossed me, betrayed me, anyone who's ever crossed me. They go on the list of hate. I just go over the list, just go over it in my mind. When you reach a certain level of success, you can get real comfortable and you can take your foot off the gas. The problem with that is every time you relax, every time you chill, every time you're not working hard, the haters are winning.
And that's super true. I took my foot off the gas last year, and I am living in the utmost shame. I have it above my bed right now on a whiteboard. It says, "Foot is always on the gas. You are the leader. You are in charge." Okay? I took my foot off the gas last year. You know, I still made over $1 million fucking dollars, but I'm still ashamed of myself because I'm fucking took my foot off the gas and I'm better than that shit. I'm better than that shit. And you are too. You got to understand, guys, as a man, you got to just get comfortable with always having your foot on the gas. Your lifestyle needs to be pedal to the metal. I'm not saying you got to take moments to break, but it's like if you're maxing out the RPMs, you got to bring it back down to like 6 or 5. And that's all you're allowed. And when you recharge, you go back up to fucking max.
The haters are winning. And you can't let the haters win. These motherfuckers been trying to stop me for 10 years. And every year, I keep getting better, keep going harder. More jewelry, bigger following, in better shape. Every metric improves. The hating ain't working. The shit talking ain't working. However, it works. It just doesn't work the way they think it will. I'm a machine fueled by rage. So I go over that list to understand why I'm working for. Then I meditate for about 15 minutes. I do this every day. I actually do this twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. The main benefit I get from meditation is it helps me respond instead of reacting. Something's always gonna happen in your life. There's gonna be problems, there's gonna be fires you're gonna have to put out, and you don't wanna react all crazy and wild. What you wanna do is respond appropriately to that situation. And nothing has helped me control that response more than meditation. I have a whole video about how meditation helps me stay calmer, helps my mood, helps me make money. If you want to see that video, the link should be in the description. So after goals, meditation, and a list of hate, it's time to work out. So I brush my teeth, bam, put my workout clothes, then I head to the gym in my building. And this first workout, I'm just waking up. I'm probably not going crazy hard. I'm doing a lot of body weight stuff in my very first workout. I'll do cardio for about 30 minutes. Maybe I'll go an hour if I feel like it, and really at a slow pace. But I'm also reading when I do that. On the Kindle app, if you have a Kindle book and the audio book, the Kindle app will read the fucking book to you. I'm listening to the book and I'm reading it. I actually comprehend and retain the information a lot better because I'm digesting it in multiple ways.
Alex Hormozy does that too, and that's something that's pretty wild to me. I listen to audiobooks. I listen to them on 1.75 speed. But Brandon here is fucking listening to the books and reading them at the same time, which means he's stimulating his auditory learning system as well as his visual learning system, which in my mind, I'm thinking theoretically, then that's doubling the chance you're going to retain the information at a higher level. So fucking lit, bro. I can't wait till I can go back to the gym. I can't go to the gym for another 4 days. I can't even go on the treadmill or anything because if I sweat, my fucking hair transplant's going to get infected and all this shit's going to fall out. And I'm going to be fucking balding again. I'm not trying to be like that, but I am so fucking ready to go back to the gym. And I can't wait to fucking do this. Listen to my books, get back on the grind, man. I'm so fucking just tired of fucking things getting derailed. But it's okay. I've had a lot of derailing this year and I'm still fucking doing fantastic. That being said, look at this man, multi-million dollar man, multi-million dollar earner, still reading books to get better, still studying, still having self-accountability. Come on. Come on.
And retain the information a lot better because I'm digesting it in multiple ways. And one thing I do before I leave the gym is I always make sure I take a douchebag shirtless selfie. A lot of people may see this and they think, oh, this is a thirst trap for the hoes. But that's not the intention. The intention is to let the haters know that they're losing on that front as well. I just want to leave no ambiguity that they are losing when they compare themselves to me in every metric. People always ask me, Brandon, what do you eat for breakfast? Especially you do ketogenic diet, what do you eat for breakfast? I'm glad you asked. I've been eating 2 cans of sardines for breakfast and a big glass of water. The reason I chose sardines for breakfast is not just because they're delicious, but it's also because the efficiency. I don't have to prepare it. I just open the can and eat, and I just throw the can away when I'm done. No.
And these sardines, I saw him, his pantry is full of sardines. In addition to that, he has no plates, no forks, no knives. Everything in his house is paper plates and plastic knives. Because he doesn't want to wash dishes because it takes too much time. He just throws the shit away and gets on with his life. Fucking giga-based, bro.
Cleanup time, no prep time. I also use disposable utensils only. I'm not trying to do no dishes ever because it's a waste of time. Cooking's a waste of time and cleaning is a waste of time. This allows me to do neither. While I'm eating, I usually watch ESPN or some sports show to just catch up on what's going on in the sports world. I literally do not watch TV on my big TV. I watch it on my other iPad with the bigger screen. And that's for a reason, because if I sit down on the couch and I turn on ESPN, we've all been there. You watch Sports Center and you just get sucked into it and you can't stop. But when I watch TV, I use YouTube TV on my iPad, it feels temporary. It's easier to shut off. And I'm not sitting on the couch, so I'm not so comfortable where I don't want to get up. Another reason sardines are so good, I've been wearing a continuous glucose monitor on my arm for a few reasons. One, because I'm a psycho. And I want to check how my body is responding to different foods. And there's almost no glucose spike when I eat the sardines. The reason that's important, because when you get these wild spikes, in glucose, it can mess with your energy. You ever eat a big meal and then you're tired after? That's what that is. When your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. And that insulin spike will actually lower your glucose levels, but it has a tendency to drop it so low that you actually get tired from it. So those spikes in glucose really slow people down, me in particular. By the time I'm done with breakfast, it's about 7 a.m. The competition might just be waking up. When they're just waking up, I get to work. And I work for a few hours uninterrupted. This is an important time for me because I have about 30 employees. And they're gonna be asking me questions, hitting me up. I use that time as something called deep work. This is where I can work on a task without distractions for about an hour. And I get more done in that hour than most people get done all day. It's just hardcore, intense work. And then I have my first team meeting of the day. That's at 8 a.m. And then I'm just working. Depending on the day, I'll have a meeting with my students who I teach to build their online fitness business, where I'm coaching them, seeing how much money they make, how many clients they got, success they're having, any struggles they're having, anything I can help them with. Right after that meeting, I'm doing my second workout of the day. So here's the thing I've been doing. If you want, I'll do a whole video about it, maybe. But instead of doing one long 60-minute weight training workout, the way most people do, I break my workouts up into 2 or 3 workouts. In a perfect world, I'd be doing 3 20-minute workouts instead of one 60-minute workout. I have no data to back this up. This is legit bro science, but I do look like me, and most people look like you. Here's my rationale behind this. If you
I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. Let's listen to that.
In a perfect world, workouts up, 60-minute weight training workout, the way most people do. I break my workouts up into 2 or 3 workouts. In a perfect world, I'd be doing 3 20-minute workouts instead of one 60-minute workout. I have no data to back this up. This is legit bro science, but I do look like me, and most people look like you. Here's my rationale behind this. If you're working out for 60 minutes, the intensity will dwindle throughout that hour. This is why a lot of trainers will tell you that you should start with your weakest body parts first, because that's when you'll have the most intensity. What if you just did the first part where you had the most intensity, gave your body some time to rest, recover a few hours, and then do the same thing again at the same intensity, and you do that 3 times? I feel like that has to be more effective. You can take advantage of nutrient partitioning, meaning after a workout, you're gonna be more insulin sensitive. Your body's gonna have a way more anabolic environment, so it can utilize the nutrients you eat more effectively. This is the whole post-workout window and all that other shit. Imagine if you had 3 post-workout windows. How can that not be more effective? I don't have any data to support this. 0. It's all anecdotal. I'm never too tired to do anything after my workout because I break it up into 3 20-minute sessions instead of 1 60-minute sessions. Hey, give it a shot. Tell me how you feel. You won't be able to do this unless you have a gym in your home or your building. If you have to commute to the gym, then just forget everything I just said. I'm usually drinking my protein shake after it, and I'll probably take my vitamins right there. The main ones I take is vitamin D, about 5,000 I use every day. This is critical, especially for people with darker skin. Our skin repels vitamin D, so we don't absorb as much vitamin D from the sun as our Caucasian counterparts. As a result, a lot of Black and Latino people have vitamin D deficiencies because our skin was made to be outside by the equator all day. We spend most of our days indoors. So it's very important for people with darker skin tones to supplement with vitamin D regularly. I also think a bunch of other shit is not really important, and I don't feel like going into it. After that, the task I do depends on the day. Recently, I've been filming a lot more content. It can fluctuate depending on what's going on, but the early morning, that stays the same. Even when I'm traveling, I'm up at 4:30, I'm getting it in. I'm packing sardines with me and my carry-on. My morning routine is the way it is because I have this weird thing in my head. It's a sickness, maybe a disorder, where I really pride myself on doing things that people think is too hard to do. So when people hit me and say, man, I could never wake up that early, I usually say something to the effect of, yeah, it's not for everyone. But what I'm really thinking is, of course you couldn't. Of course you couldn't. You could never be me. You could never do what I do. There's a long list of things I do that you can't do, and waking up early is the least impressive thing on that list. You don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to be successful. There's lots of people who sleep in I think Jeff Bezos, he says he wakes up at 7 a.m. and he's the second richest man on earth. But me, being in the prime of my life, I still find it more effective to wake up at 4:30 a.m. And even being keto, I do think I personally get a lot of benefits from the ketogenic diet. However, the main benefit is the pride I get when people say, man, I can never do that. Yeah, all types of shit I do, you can't do. And that's weird. That's
how I feel when people tell me, man, I could never live stream every day. I'm like, I know you can't. I know you can't. And that's why you're in the middle class. That's why you have a boss. That's why you got to act a certain way in your job so you don't get reported by the fat white woman in HR. That's why you're watching me. Hater.
sick. That's a sickness. I have a problem. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, King Keto. I'm way more active and I'm posting all the time. And subscribe to this channel. We are doing one long form video every week, and I'm posting YouTube shorts every day.
So Brandon is clearly serious fucking G.